What is up, everybody? It's Dylan Ashcraft from Ellipsis TCG here, bringing you another live gameplay video. This time we've got King Vegeta versus Android 21. Person playing it, King Vegeta, my bad, is Chris. He's a local player of mine, really great guy, good player. And then on the right we have Derek, who's a teammate of mine, and he's playing, like I said, playing Android 21. Also, good guy, good player. King Vegeta's turn is going to start with charging a red, missing that red-green charge, and using his activate main to take a life, look at the top 5, and grab either a red or green Saiyan, and then King Vegeta's Dynasty, which is the 2-drop field spell that is his awakening condition. Alright, they're going to put the tokens on board because they forgot to do it during Chris's turn, but that's fine. Doesn't affect much. Android 21 is going to use the effect, blow up a token, draw a card. That allows him to untap his multicolor blue-green energy during his opponent's turn. And at this point, I think we see Derek swing the Android 21 leader at King Vegeta in order to combo Mysterious Technique Gotenks, which allows him to blow up a token, draw a card. It's kind of like another pseudo super combo for the deck, which I think is pretty cool. And then at this point, he's going to drop the King Vegeta, or not the King Vegeta, the double shot. Oh god, it's been so long since I played that card. I think the last time I played that card was Nationals, so like the first ever Nationals. Alright, you can see the red-green charge coming down with the King Vegeta's Dynasty. Now, once again, taking a life to look at the top 5. Probably grabbing Saiyan this time. I think he grabs one of the U6 people, Kefla or, yep, Kale. Kefla. I'm going to refer to Caulifla as Kefla way too often. Always coughing. Sorry about that, guys. I am sick and dying at all times. Alright. He's gonna swing the double shot, 15k beaters. We're also forgetting that he has tokens, so we'll see if they rectify that or not. And Derek deciding to take 2 damage from both of these attacks. Now, if you don't know what Android 21 Scheme does, which is the field spell there, it has 3 effects. One of which is really good, one of which is okay, and the other one is interesting. So the first effect that's really good is the first battle card played during either player's turn cannot attack. So if you rush in and play your 7-drop Mira, you can attack with it. This does not include tokens, however. Tokens can't attack the turn they are played. Its second effect is it spawns tokens at the start of your opponent's main phase, and it spawns 2 tokens. And the third effect is, as the Android 21 player, you cannot play black cards. You can play them, they'll just go to the drop. Alright, and then what he does there is he used the something technique Piccolo, probably hidden technique. He blows up a token to play himself, and he is a 5k blocker. We're going to see Derek tapping 2 energy to play the Spirit of the Planet Son Goku. This card's very good. It is a 2-drop 15k that can only be played manually or through the effect of Revive. You can't assemble him out with, or you can't play him out with assembling the squad. And he has an activated battle effect that is really good. You can tap a blue and a green, give him 10k and triple strike for the duration of the battle. So he can come out of nowhere and do some big damage. Alright, let's see if they remember the tokens this time. Yep, Derek's grabbing the tokens. But here, you got these clone tokens, or whatever. No, they're not clone tokens. What are chilled? Is it just chilled army tokens? I don't know. I think they're talking about how they got rid of, and I'm telling Derek he has to untap an energy because he used the effect. So I think both of these leaders are actually not too bad right now. Android 21 has a lot of things going for it, especially, I mean, if you have the blue stuff to play a blue-green deck, it's a very good deck. UI Goku's Piccolo Simulated Ability, the Seeker Rare, so many other cards in the deck, very expensive, but it makes for a very good deck, and you can play them all in Android 21. I don't think she's the best leader for the strategy, but it's something you can do. And then King Vegeta just synergizes really well with red-green, good stuff, and like, just, if they keep making good red and green Saiyans, the leader's probably, you know, gonna be pretty decent. Alright, turn 3, we're gonna see him tap a red and a green to play King Vegeta's Dynasty. And what this does, it opens up a summoning window for him to play a 2-drop from hand, and then draw a card off of it, draw 2 cards off of it. Then he's going to awaken, untap a red-green, and then draw 1 card. The leader does not specify untap a red-green, it's just you untap your multicolors. If you can untap a multicolor, you untap your multicolor. unless you got like button in hand. It's a whole thing. So now this opens him up to attack with a bunch of tokens. The 2-drop Goku cannot attack this turn due to Android's 21 scheme, but the tokens are free to do whatever they want. Now, what he can do if he wants to is he can blow up the 2-drop Goku with his leader and give his leader double strike, which I think is a pretty interesting interaction he's got. We're going to see the digging deep, double shot, swing in onto the Android 21 who has 4 life. Derek's going to super combo to try and get out of it, because you don't want to go to 3 randomly, especially in a deck like King Vegeta that plays Kefla. Right, he's going to use the leader effect to play Dauntless Kale for free. Now, usually you can play Kale for free if you have a Khalifa on the board, but he doesn't. So, yeah. Here comes the leader attack. Deciding to, like I said, he used the ability to summon a guy, so he's not going to go for the double strike play. I mean, which makes sense. Derek's got a blocker, but it is a good way to make him, use the blocker up before anything interesting comes out. Because he's a Senzu Bean, pushing him to 15. I guess Chris opted to not combo, thinking that 15 was fine on a 10k leader, which, I mean, it usually is. It forces some cards out of Derek's hand, and he's looking about comboing the Frieza, which he does. And passing. So the cool thing about Android 21's Awaken turn, so her auto or activate main on the front side allows her to blow up a token and then untap 1 at the start of your opponent's turn. So that carries over. So if you activate it once on, it's kind of like pan auto, how if you play a card, it'll proc the auto, and then you awaken, play another card, it'll proc again. If you Android 21, blow up a token, draw a card, you'll have 1 that you can untap. And then if you awaken, draw 2, blow up another token, you can untap another energy during your opponent's turn. So it kind of makes it a little bit like SS3, at least on the awaken turn, and that's fun. Cool. Awaken, draw 2. You can look at how we don't have a foil Android 21 leader, and mock us for all of eternity. Draw another card. So he has a couple options. He could play the 3-drop Android 21 that was in his hand. That card is bonkers. Or he could attack with the Spirit of the Planet, tap the blue-green down, and try and do triple strike damage. He also could use Infinite Energy, which is in his hand, to force that guy into his energy. He draws a card first, forces him into his energy, and then what that does is it also untaps another blue-green during his opponent's turn. So he's actually untapping 3 energy at the end of the turn, which is pretty cool. Or, not at the end of the turn, but at the start of his opponent's turn. Infinite Energy is a okay addition to the deck. It's a lot better just to run 4 Android 16, but if you don't have 4 and like you want to run 3 and then 1 copy of that, it's not bad. I'm going to see the after image come out and kill the Piccolo. I'm assuming, yeah, so it looks like Derek swung on the double shot, trying just to get rid of the 15k attackers, and then, yep, this is when I tell him, hey, you get to untap another energy. And he's like, what? I tell him, infinite energy, and he goes, oh, okay, cool. Alright, Chris is going to draw, charge, something. There's a little skip there. I'm going to probably put a fade there, but hey, not the point. Let's see what he charges. Derek shuffling the 2 tokens, waiting for him to charge so he can put the tokens down. Now, I think this is one of the things that Android players, or at least people playing Android Scheme, are going to have to just make sure they're on it when they're doing it, because your opponent's going to forget. Make sure to put the tokens out, especially in Android 21, because you really need the tokens. Like, you absolutely need them on the field. Boom, here comes the 2-drop that couldn't attack last turn, but can attack this turn. And let's talk about his energy. He has 2 Dauntless Scales charged, a double shot. I'm going to keep calling it Digging Deep. That's the Vegeta I always think about. And then 1 copy of the planet Sadala. Nope, not Sadala. That's U6. King Vegeta's Dynasty. It's been a while since I've done like set 7 content, or at least like looked at set 7 cards, especially like the starter decks, but hey. Alright, playing Khalifa for free via the leader effect, seeing if he has a counterplay. We see the Vegeta the Cruel in Derek's hand, opting to not play it, and here comes the big Kefla. It's not Roar of Destruction, that's the one from the draft box, which I like that card a lot. But I forget, I think it's like Union of Patara, or I'm thinking of the Secret Rare, I don't know, honestly. Swinging in, so when this card's played with Fusion, or Union, he gets to draw a card, give it plus 5k, and then it's dual attack, so every time he attacks with it, it also gains 5k, and he draws a card. This is a really good effect, and it's going to be really relevant in a second, so they're forgetting that she's actually 5k higher than she is, which is problematic, but it doesn't actually really impact the game very much. But just remember, if you do play this card with Union, it does gain 5k. Nope, actually, I think that was me right there saying, hey, you got to combo one more. Now, if I were Derek, I probably would have just played the Vegeta the Cruel to try and blow up the Caulifla and just hope that he doesn't have another thing he can attack with. We've seen both attacks from Kefla go through, just passing for the turn. This card is a really good draw engine for the deck, and like it's a 25k to 35k beater, and that's pretty strong. Alright, tapping 3, we've got the Android 21. Dude, there's so many different androids right now. So this card is really good. So what it does is it's kind of like Shenron Figure of Majesty. It's got a couple different effects. So you can blow up a token, blow up anything your opponent controls, like any creature. So Kefla is going to go bye-bye. Or you can give something critical. So obviously Derek's going to use it for the spot removal, and then use the other, or his leader effect to pop the other token. The other thing that the Android 21 does is that at the end of your opponent's next turn, it plays 2 tokens, and that's only the turn the turn after it gets played, or the opponent turn after she gets played. So it allows you to do a lot more manipulation. So like at the end of Chris's turn, he's going to have 4 tokens, which allows Derek to play like the Cell, the Frieza, multiple Piccolos for free. If he wants to play like the Vegeta as his second battle card, he can attack with it and then give it double strike, stuff like that. Alright, here comes the 2 more tokens. We're going to see Broly Dawn of the Rampage get charged. That's a red-green card. It's the red-green check land. Also, just a randomly good card. When you play it, it forces your opponent to discard a card. I played it in red-green Pan, and I liked actually physically playing the card for 2 energy because I'd draw off of it while making my opponent discard, and I felt really good. Alright. I also want to touch, I don't know if I mentioned it last turn, or on Chris's last turn, but he was able to get around Android 21 scheme since he played the Caulifla first and then evolved on top of it, meaning that, Kefla wasn't the first card played. Now, it's a seemingly obvious interaction, but some people, you might miss it, and I just want to clarify, especially if you're new and you're just wondering how all of this is working. That's what I want to be able to help the channel, or I want to provide competitive gameplay while also, explaining what's going on for any new people who are watching. Alright, Senzu Bean's going to come out to help, block the 15k barrage that's going to happen because he's got 2 attacks from the double shot, or 1 attack from the double shot, 1 attack from the leader. Now, forcing Chris to combo if he wants to pressure hard with the leader. It also makes it so the tokens aren't most likely aren't going to be attacking because, they're 10Ks and the leader is 20. I see a couple cards in Derek's hand that he's flashing right now. We see a Vegeta the Cruel, which is going to come out on the super combo here. And I also thought I saw a Dimension Magic. Now, if you don't know what Vegeta the Cruel does, he's a counterplay. When you play him during your opponent's turn, you can blow up a card that costs 4 or less, and then your opponent warps 1 card from the hand. So we see the Denial of Hope getting warped. and then 2 more tokens getting summoned. So something Chris could have done if he wanted to is Denial of Hope on the Vegeta, so his super combo would come out. Now, I don't think it's necessary, like having knowledge of how the game ends. I think he wanted to hold the energy up for something else, but yeah. Sorry for the coughing. All right, Android's going to blow up the double shot, and then pull up another token, draw a card, and we saw the Piccolo simulated ability in his hand. Now, one thing I want to mention is Derek hasn't seen an Android 16 all game, which is really, really rough for the deck, because you want to ramp, you want to get to high energy levels so you can, at 8 energy, play the Violent Predator card. But we saw Piccolo simulated ability. He's going to play it for 4. Chris is looking at his hand. If he's probably like, if I kept the Denial of Hope, I could have denied him. But it happens. Seeing what he's doing. Now he's got a response. He's just deciding whether or not he wants to use it. Because he has a very deliberate game plan that he's going for the win condition. It's the reason why I asked him to be the person playing Derek in the video. Just because his deck was fun, and I thought it'd be a good idea to put it on the channel. Alright, he's going to tap 2 and play Vegeta the Cruel, tapping a green and a red to blow up the Android 21. And now Derek's going to have to warp a card from hand, opting to warp the other copy of Goku Spirit of the Planet. So Derek has 2 swings this turn. He can attack with his leader, and he can attack with the Android, or not Android. His leader is the Android. The Vegeta the Cruel. Piccolo cannot attack, but he most likely wants to attack with something. Here comes the Maleficent Technique Frieza to pop the 2 copies of the whatchamacallit, the tokens. And then here comes Swift Speed Kaioken Son Goku, which what he does is he minuses, I think, 10 to anything and then 5 to another target. You're going to see the Vegeta the Cruel swing. Probably? No? Derek choosing whether or not he wants to attack here. Opting to pass and untap an energy during his opponent's turn. Because I think the idea was he didn't want to put his opponent to 4. He just didn't want Chris to have access to super combos because maybe Derek's hand is just not very good right now. I'm over here. I think at this point I'm questioning. I was like, where did all the tokens go? Because the Android 21's gone, and I was just trying to figure out. I was like, what? I had forgotten that Android 21 came out. Using the leader to play the 2-drop Goku. This is very important for this turn because he's putting something on board first to proc the 21 scheme. And at this point, Chris is talking to me about whether or not he wants to do this. And I'm like, yeah, dude, go for it. Taps 5 red energy to play the triple strike, triple attack, secret rare Vegito from set 2. Attacks with it once. Attacks with it a second time. And this is pretty much GG's for, Derek and Chris. Because it's very unlikely that he's going to out-combo this. Dropping 3 super combos. Now, if Derek had attacked him once, that'd be a lot of damage coming in. Tapping the 1 for the double shot. And that is a 80k attacker. I was like, Chris, why don't you combo that? Slapping his cards down, going, I win the game. And yeah, guys, that's that. Thanks for watching. I know this isn't a set 8 versus set 8 match, and more games are to come. I've had a lot of school stuff, and then again got really sick. But I wanted to bring you something, especially since it's got the set 2 secret rare, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Keep tuned into the channel. There's definitely a baby deck profile coming in, as well as a couple, at least one blue-green deck, because I've been testing that a lot. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.